think we are going live. Can you check that in your phone? Little bit of issue. Hello, hello. Welcome to Pioneer Prosperity Movement. We are having some little bit of a technical issue, but besides that, anyway, yeah. Can you hear that? Just make the sound is clear. Yes, awesome, guys. So welcome to Pioneer Prosperity Movement. Maddie and Sudha here. So
This
is
is our 177th episode.
yes,
Those
yes.
who are watching for a long time, it would really feel like a really long time. Yes, we have kept this going for 177 weekly Sunday business live episode. Wherever
So
we are also from.
we must celebrate. First of all, we must celebrate that.
And,
Yeah.
It's really a time. We had so many
Is it more
celebrations
than a year?
last week.
More than 3 years, right? More than 3 years.
three
Wow,
years.
we had so many celebrations in the last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell about that. if you
Yeah,
want.
so also another 3 year celebration for him to finishing working for someone forever.
I escaped the 9 to 5,
Yeah.
and then
So that was a huge celebration of last week.
and then we
And then,
we are in
17th
the
month.
we are in the 17th month of our full time travel.
So
That's another
huge one.
celebration. So
Yes.
likewise, there are so many celebrations, guys. But besides that, wherever you're tuning in from, hashtag live, hashtag replay. If you're watching replay, so it's going live at the moment in YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, in both of our profile, and also in YouTube. So wherever you're tuning from, how is your Sunday? And stay tuned and make notes if necessary. This is going to be a wow. It's going to be a next level of live power pack session. We are going to share with you to break free. Yes, break free from the 95, break free from the rat race, and to break free, how to reach, how to become a 3% to achieve the financial freedom. That's what we're going to share with you. So if you're ever thinking about this, means escaping out of the 95, this is going to be a session which is going to be open up, which is going to reveal, unpack the information, the insights that you must listen to it to get into the next phase of life.
And also feel free to share to someone, your friends or someone you think they might need
Yeah.
this sort of information, and also a base of a mindset for escaping or even change in their life. So
Awesome.
feel free to share.
So we are just to have a short notes, because
So
we are
stick
going to
to
make sure to
topic.
stick to the topic, stick to the title, stick to the informations. So first and foremost, we are going to ask you the question: does it feel like your 9 to 5 is it stealing your life? Does it feel like that it's stealing your life, stealing your personal time, and making your dreams to sit on hold, put on hold, maybe one day, maybe someday? Does it feel like that anytime?
Yeah.
Ask yourself this question. And also, have you ever asked yourself, how come the top 3% are achieving the financial freedom or living the life of that kind of time freedom and financial freedom? How come it is possible for them but not by everyone? If you ever ask this kind of question, this is a live session which is going to give you an answer for you. So you must sink this in your mind, and you must ask yourself these questions. Then only you can able to develop an answer, get an answer, and you can able to resonate to what we are sharing to you here. Sure. Yeah. So you must understand what is the reality of 9 to 5. Of course, many people love to be 9 to 5. They are say, I'm happy with 9 to 5, but this is not for you. If you're saying I'm happy with 9 to 5, but it is for you. If you ever feel that you are here to be more, to do more, to have more, to give more, and to be a present parent, because we are parents, our main determination is to be a present parent. To be a present parent, if you ever have that kind of intention or desire to be in that kind of present parent life, this is for you. That's what we made it very clear in the beginning itself. And also at the same point of time, you must understand the reality of 9 to 5 as well. You want to say anything about that?
Yeah, so this is also, we talk to people who, when we put 9 to 5, it not only limited to the employees who work for others, also who are on this constant hustle more than 9 to 5 majority of the day. Like I'm talking about the small business owners and the self-employed,
Mm.
also who are in constant hustle, ending up their whole time being in that business. So we also include them. They're
So
constantly there.
because some people are so, not some people, most of them are so much confused. I'm happy with 9 to 5. Yeah, you might be happy with 9 to 5, but at the same point of time, when when the Monday starts, what kind of feeling that you have in yourself? I must, oh my God, the weekend has finished. If you have you ever thought like that? The weekend has, oh my God, the weekend is only 2 days. It's already finished. Coming back to the reality, I must go to the job because I have to. I have to go to the job because I have to make money. Do you have any kind of nudge within yourself that you must do? You are doing it because you have to do it. If you ever have that kind of nudge, even a slight single, come on, don't lie here, okay? If you ever have that kind of single nudge inside yourself, this is what is reality. I must come back to the reality. If you ever have that kind of mindset or a kind of energy inside, it means you may be saying that you're happy, but you're in real, within yourself, you are not. So this is for you. And moreover, in saying that we were in 95, more than
Yes.
95.
Yeah,
So
that's what I had the same feeling, especially when it's this time of the day, Sunday afternoon, late afternoon. So I will be thinking about what if there is one more day, the weekend is ending, so I have to start back tomorrow. What if there's one more day? Why not? This is a long weekend, and asking or really praying for that extra one day,
yeah,
those days when I used to work. And it's Sunday afternoon, I'm straight away thinking about the coming week, and then start anxious at this around this time. Even though I'm prepared, did everything for the week, upcoming week, there's a lot of things. My Sunday goes on. The whole Sunday is taken up by the upcoming week preparation, but still I feel that anxiety in me. What if one more day? What if another one more day? Why not this will be a long weekend?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I used to
exactly.
feel a lot. I
Exactly.
still remember
So in
that.
saying that, guys, we were in saying that to you, we were in that 9 to 5 grind, hustle and grind, thinking that's what its life is all about.
Yeah.
Because as society says, you must study hard, we did it. You must work hard, yes, we did it. And we even changed from country to country, thinking about this is what the life is all about. And then we did everything, whatever they say. And in fact, like I've been to the university for 7.5 years. She went to university for 4 years. And moreover, we worked in as a physiotherapist in healthcare for 23 years in non-stop continuously as full-time professionals in different countries across the globe. And ended up working for 60 hours a week, and she ended up working for
50 hours a week.
that's what our life. Not so long ago, just before 4 years, I would say until February 2021. That was our life. It was a continuous, non-stop hustle and grind. And even after all these things, okay, you might be having a 60 hours or 40 hours or 80 hours a week, and some people are working for 120 hours a week. I've been talking to many individuals. I don't know how they are doing it. So it's really a nightmare for me. But for me, 60 hours is more because it's not only me. If I'm single, that's different. But I'm with a I'm having a beautiful family with my wife, with my 2 kids. So my life was something like when I go to work, my kids will be getting up from the bed. When I come back to work from work, my kids will be getting ready for that. That was my life. But now it's a totally different story. So for how many of you the life is like this? And we even felt like a single parent, right?
Yeah, most of the time, because when it has to be 60 hours per week, it is also some days falls on the weekend too. So I had to do all everything on my own, whatever I do on the weekend. So I most of the time feel like single parent.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. But even after all this personal sacrifice and the family sacrifice, are we living the dreamful life is a big question. Are you living the dreamful life even after all these sacrifices? Because the cost of living is not the same, and we have given a complete insight about it in a different episode around this. In the last 4 years, especially what happened, the cost of living is not the same, and there is an inflation. Of course, you know that what's going on around, and besides that, you are just surviving between the paycheck to paycheck with a linear income, with an active income. And if you are not there in your job or in your business, then like there's no cash flow because you're just relying on your linear income itself. So are you happy with that now? And moreover, we are not happy as a parent. We are not happy to send our kids to the daycare, after school care, preschool care, and daycare. We are not happy at all. And moreover, sometimes when the kids get sick, we were in a debate between how whom to go
Yeah.
and asking permission. And we felt that what kind of life is this? This is not the life that we signed up for. And we are not completely happy about it. In referring to all these things, we stop saying we are happy with the job. Yes, we are proud to be a physiotherapist, but when the life when we end up in sacrificing so many things, then we felt that it is not serving us anymore. You got this? What we mean to say? If you ever feel like that, then it is time now. And we are going to show you the way how to escape from that as well. And if you say that you're going to escape, if you want to escape out of the 9 to 5, and it's not going to happen overnight. And moreover, when you look around, ask yourself, there are so many people asking us out, reaching us. I want to become financially free. I want to achieve the time freedom. I want to be with my family. I want to have more family time. Yes, beautiful. But look around us. Look around you. Your neighbors, your friends, your colleagues, whoever. Look around you. How many of the people around you are living with time freedom? How many of the people around you are living with financial freedom? Look around you. The reason because majority of the people, 97% of the people are in the same hustle and the grind. In some or the other way, some levels. Working for money by sacrificing their personal time, by sacrificing their family time, working hard for money. And there is a myth which is going around, I must work hard. It's a limiting belief, right?
Yeah. So before talking to anything like around you, so it's always the percentage is 97 percentage. So most of them, those who are seeing or belonging to any particular people around, so everyone going through the same.
Hmm.
So it is 97 percentage are going through the same. If you are one of the 97%,
Yes, you
you
are.
would
When you are listening to this, yes, you
definitely
are.
you can recognize yourself.
Hmm.
And to what is the other 3% doing, how would they achieve the how they can achieve the financial freedom, everything starts with the first step.
That's nothing but that's why we are going to bring in the 4 core values here, or traits, whatever you can take it as. The 4 core traits which differentiate the 3% from the 97%.
97%.
When I say that, first and foremost, you must understand if you're talking about financial freedom, if you're talking about the success or creating the wealth, you must understand and you should not skip this. 80% is mindset and only 20% is skill set. So, in saying this, the first and foremost core trait is nothing but what is your mindset. The 97%, including we were not so long ago, just 4 years before,
Yeah.
the 97% of the people's money mindset, especially not about other mindset, leave about other money. What is your mindset around money? There are so many people, 97% of people are falling into the trap of saving heavy culture. I must save money. It is a hard earned money. I must protect the money. That's what 97% thinks. And they work hard for money. Whereas, you know what the 3%, how they are different? The 3% use that money as a tool to make more money. I repeat again, the 3% make the money by using the money to make more money. It means make the money to work hard for them because they understood the time is to be protected because the time is limited. That's the 97% work for the money by trading their time for money. They're trading their time. And we have given it so many informations around this in the cash flow quadrant according to Robert Kiyosaki in different episodes. But today I'm going to cut short this. That what is your money mindset? Oh, I don't want to let go of this money. I must save.
Saving heavy and believing time is equal to money. If one day you did nothing, or if you're not working hard, it means there is no money incoming,
Mm.
and you believe that that is what is all about, earning money.
If
So
you
if you
have that,
yeah.
it's time now to shift it. So, whereas a 3% use the money to make more money while protecting the time. Time is not money. You must understand that. Money is a tool. Money is simply an energy which doesn't have any value. That's it. If you agree to this, eventually you are the face towards becoming the 3%. It was so difficult for us to accept it, but the moment we realized and accepted, that is where our life started shifting, changing, and now we are completely living a different sort of life. So what is your money mindset? You must ask yourself this question. And then the fear and the doubt. 97% of them, whenever there is a something unusual or something what the 3% is doing, whenever the opportunity comes in front of you, what is your feeling inside? Oh, it could be a scam. You may think that. Or you may go and ask to your neighbors or your colleagues who doesn't even know about it, who are not living that kind of you are not living your dreamful life, or who are not even financially and time freedom. You may go and ask them. Yes, okay, but what do you get? They also say the same thing because they are not living that kind of life. They are not having the time freedom. They are not having the financial freedom. And then you end up with fear. Oh, this could be a scam. And you end up in doubt. Fear of failure, fear of success pops out as well. And followed by the you don't step onto it. That is what the 97% does. And whereas the 3%, you know what I did? I use the fear as a fuel. That's what Jim Brown mentions this. Use the fear before it uses you. Are you going to let your fear to dampen you to stay where you are, to stay stuck in where you are? Or are you going to make use of the fear to do it anyway? Having a fear and doing it anyway. And if you're having a self-doubt around that, it means that's a doorway for you to say, oh, I'm having a doubt. I must get clarity in it. That's it. That's a doorway for you to step on. You must get a clarity around this. Once you get the clarity, and once if you have the fear, that itself is showing you that there is a life, that the dreamful life is on the other side of the fear. That's a second trait. Use the fear and self-doubt. If you have, it means use it before it uses you, before it dampens you. That's what the 3% does. Use it as a fear and a mobilizer. And what's the third trait? It's nothing but self-discipline. Many instances we have shared with you so many things. Success requires consistency and your commitment, your relentlessness, and you must be obsessive towards creating the dreamful life because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not at all going to happen overnight because it's a process. Success is a journey, it is a process. There are so many things you must change, you must let go of. So it takes time and can't say exactly in 3 months time or 6 months time or 1 year time. It differs from person to person based on what kind of commitment that you have, based on what sort of limiting belief that you have that you must let go, and how far you are so committed to change yourself. And followed by that, you must be also committed and consistent, self-discipline. You must be having the hunger and the desire to do what the 97% are not doing. You must be like a 3%. You must think, be, act, and make decision and take action as a 3%, not as a 97%. It is easy to say, I want to have achieve time freedom, I want to achieve financial freedom. For that, you must be 3%. Not after getting money, even before getting money, you must be a 3%. As I said, think, be, decide, and act like a 3%. Then only you'll be in a position to overcome your fear, overcome your self-doubt, overcome your lack of confidence. Or you having, that's the third one. And the fourth one, the most important thing is nothing but once after all this overcoming the fear, overcoming the doubt, and then after having a self-discipline and also changing the money mindset, you must be also in a position to take calculated risk. Taking the calculated risk, I'm going to say, once after getting to know the second next step, you must take the calculated risk by stepping out of your comfort zone. That's a very important thing here. Embrace the discomfort to create opportunities, to step on to create the dreamful life. You must embrace the comfort life, the convenient life. Being safe and secure is not going to produce the life of what you want, or what you desire, or what you're dreaming for. It will give you a life to stay stuck in where you are, with a stagnation, without any growth. And you end up in saying, I'm happy with what you have. But if you desire, that is where you end up in creating the life of what you're after, by taking a calculated risk. And moreover, it takes time. And one thing I would like to say you here, the difference between the 97 to 3%. 97% overestimate what they can achieve in short term and underestimate what they can achieve in long term. But the 3%, through by means of self discipline, action, and decision, they they rely on the compound effect. That's it.
Yeah. With this trait, I remember reading a 97%, 90%, 97% of the people who are especially comes under the 9 to 5 employees. They have these two strong traits, as mentioned earlier: fear and risk aversion.
Hmm.
They always have an aversion to take a risk. What if I fail? What if, that is really strong in this 97%. So the aversion towards risk, taking a risk. So that's why we put here calculated risk. Everyone is very scared of taking risk, but this is calculated risk. So risk aversion being in the strongly being a trait of this 97%. And also the other one, feeling very insecure about losing the job. This feeling of insecurity. What if I lose my job? What's next? What, those strongly clinging to the insecurity. Your job is the main thing. So if you lose your job, so you're more of those two traits are usually the blocks. Blocks to for people who are in, especially working for a long time. They are, their comfort zone is even more stronger to come out of that.
Mm.
So,
Very good.
this is another two,
Beautifully,
the
beautifully,
traits with the
beautifully
97
highlighted.
percent.
One thing you must. Okay, now you may be thinking that why not you saying about the business directly? Why you're doing like all this here and there, fluffy and blah blah blah. You may think that, right? If you think that, it means you have been so much conditioned to be 97%. That's it. That's a fact. It might trigger you, but that's a fact. If you think that we are just talking blah 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 blah, anything, if you think that way, it means you have been so much conditioned, indoctrinated to be in the 97%. Because whatever the business that you do is secondary, but the mindset is so important here. If you try to skip all these steps, whatever we said before, then you end up in working for money. That's what you've been doing, don't you? So you can't skip all these traits, enhancing your money mindset, and then afterwards overcoming your fear and self-doubt. And number three, self-discipline. And number four, taking calculated risk. You can't skip this. And you may be asking that, oh, I know that I'm in 97%, but how to overcome? The first and foremost thing what you must do is whom you are surrounding yourself with. Because by being inside the 97%, how much ever you try hard, you can't be the 3%. So what you must do is look around whom you are surrounding yourself with. Today is weekend. With whom you are spending time with. Are you spending time with the person who is just going for the sports and celebrating the winning of the sports person over there in the ground and coming back to the same sort of life which he hates? Are you being with that person? Or even in fact, like last Friday or sometime I got a message, are you watching the cricket? I stopped watching all those cricket. That is for the 97% to get distracted, to distract them, not for the 3%. The 3% don't get distracted with the shiny balls. So are you being around with them? Whom you are spending time with? most of the time. Because there's a quote you may know, or even Jim Brown mentions this: you are the one among five people you're around with. Your quality of life, in fact your bank balance, and also your salary, your income is based on five people. It's an average of five people you're around with. So whom you are around with in this weekend, whom you are surrounded yourself with. You may be thinking that I want to be this, I want to be that, but are you around with that kind of people? Because your action is determined by the people you are around with. 57%, not one or two, 57% of the quality of the life that you're living is impacted by the people you're around with. So whom you're surrounding yourself with, because proximity is power. So are you surrounding yourself with the person who are stepping out of the comfort zone? Are you surrounding with the people who are already living the time freedom and creating the true wealth and living in a prosperous life? Are you surrounding yourself with the people who are present parents? Are you surrounding yourself with the people who are location free? Are you surrounding yourself with the people who are living every single day rather than just waiting for the weekend? Whom you are surrounding yourself with? If you're surrounding yourself with the opposite people, then definitely you will be staying stuck with the 97%. And to create the life that you desire, to become the 3%, you must find an opportunity to be around 3%. That's it. So proximity is power. And why I'm saying this, because you may bark, you may shout out loud that I want to be this, I want to be that. I'm going to give you a very short story very, very quickly. That your father given a old, very old watch to your son, you are, this is a 200 years old watch, this is given by my great granddaughter grandfather, so go and sell this. And that son taken it to a what's called as a watch shop, and when the watch shop said that I can give it only for $100. Okay, he came back, and then the son again, the father said, you go and could get into the pawn shop, and went to the pawn shop. The pawn shop said that it's only for $10. Whereas he came back, and the father said, now you go to the museum. He went to the museum, and the museum is about to give 500,000 or $5 million. You know why? Because it has been valued exactly in which place, based on which place it is. It's the same watch, same 200 years old watch. You may be having the good quality, but if you are in the wrong place, you will be devalued. That's what you can very well resonate with what I mean to say. It's a short story. It's a metaphor. Yeah? So be around. If you're thinking, don't just stop thinking. Walk the talk. Take action by being around with the like, optimistic, and success minded people who are living that kind of life, your dreamful life. Go and ask them what you're doing. I want to know. Can I be with around you? I want to be that person. I want to be a present parent. I want to create that kind of life to my kids. If you say so, be around with them. You eventually become unstoppable. Proximity is power. So by understanding all these things, when you're stepping onto the business aspect, what kind of business might support me? If you ask so, you must see the business which is not robbing your time, as we said in the first itself. A business which should not be robbing your time. That's the most important thing. It means the business should not only give the high profit, but the business must also have a system and automation in place. If there is no system and automation, and if the business requires you to be always at the present, you end up in getting what? Linear income.
Linear income. Yeah.
You want to say anything about that?
Yeah, because starting a business should be a leveraged income, which gives you leveraged income. So it's also called passive. People say passive. So because there is system setup, automation, the business runs in automation, so it doesn't require your physical presence or your time. So it's not dependent on your time. So it's purely performance based. So you don't have to be there, and also your belief shift start there from I put hard work, then only I get money. No, you started believing the smart, being
as
smart,
a 3%.
yes.
As a 3%.
Smart work. So business is running at the background 24/7.
Exactly. So make sure the business that you're going to either in, or the business that you're going to jump on or thinking about to start, make sure it is not only giving a high profit, but also there is a system and there's an automation in place, and it is scalable and duplicatable globally. to make the money to work hard for you. And not only that, it is providing your passive cash flow. The business without having any passive cash flow, it's not a business, it's just another job. Make sure it is providing a leverage income. That's it. You must look for that kind of business, or else you may call yourself an entrepreneur, you may call yourself your own boss, you may call yourself a businessman, but if your business requires your active presence, what you're producing is a linear income. There is no passive cash flow, and it is not a business, it's just another job. You're owning a business, you are owning a job in the name of business. It's not much different than the 9 to 5. Even in fact, it is worse than the 9 to 5. So is your business, if you're already the business, is your business is providing a high profit, and is that a system and automation in place? Is it scalable and duplicatable? Is it providing you the passive cash flow? Is it providing you the legacy that is billable generational wealth? Ask yourself this. If it is not, it is time to realize and to change towards becoming the 3%. It's time to come out of the hustle and the grind mentality. That's what we covered in the 4 core traits. So in that case, this is nothing but the blueprint, guys. It's not only the business skill set, it's only 20%. The blueprint is the core mindset that you have, the core traits that you have to unstuck you from the 97% to get stuck with the 3%. That's it. And followed by that, you will be in a position to think and act and walk like the 3%. Get it? Yeah. So in that case here,
we got some questions to ask.
Yeah. To discover yourself. You can't skip this, because as a 3%, you must be in a position to invest your time and money for yourself first. Because 97% of people say that, you may be even you may be saying that I'm here to sacrifice my time, I'm here to sacrifice myself for the family. If you are not filling in your cup, what you are sacrificing? Are you sacrificing your empty cup? So ask yourself this question, or even you pin it down. What kind of life do you want to create for yourself and for your family? Oh, no, I'm here for my family. If you say, nah, that's not going to create the life of what you desire. That's why you end up in always hustle and grind. That's not the life at all. You must fill in yourself first. You can't skip this. So what kind of life that you want to create for yourself and then for your family? It's similar like if you are flying, and what the air hostess says in the safety procedure, if the oxygen marks drop, what they say, you know that, right? You know that when the oxygen mask drops, you must put yourself first and then to the kids, right? Why? To make sure that you are alive first. Get it? Simple strategy, guys. Okay. So now the second thing is, how long are you willing to wait for the freedom and wealth? How long? One day, someday. There is no one day or someday in a calendar, in a week. It's day one today.
And also, if you have been working, in the workforce for a long time, 5 years, 10 years, any years, think about what sort of freedom you at least stepped into or achieved so far. If you feel like you are still stuck in where you started before, and then being in the workforce for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, like for us, 23 years, we felt stuck. So if you feel, you really have to ask this question.
And moreover, it is, yeah. And moreover, it is completely insane to keep doing what you have done in the last 20 or 5 or 10 or 15 years and expecting a different results. It's completely insane. You already know that you're stuck with the 97%. You already know it's time to change. If you think so, it's time to be as a 3% first. That's what we said before. And ask yourself the third question: what is the cost of staying stuck versus taking a leap as a 3%? Taking that leap, taking that one calculated risk step by step instead of staying stuck. What is the cost of it? Because many people are worried about the upfront investment, upfront price, the one-time investment. For in fact, if you say an example for the business that which has changed our life, We just invested once. And for the life it has given back to us so far, the investment is nothing. It is uncomparable. It is a very small investment for the life that we got back in these 4 years, right?
Especially the 4 years, yeah. The
The
last
time
4 years.
freedom, the togetherness, the family bond, being a present parent, and living our dreamful life with a peace of mind as our own boss, and living every single day, living by our own design, and doing what we love to do. In compared to that, the investment is what that we are invested for this business is nothing. That is a one-time investment, isn't it?
Yeah. Compared to that, what if you stay stuck and do nothing about it?
So,
What is the, you have to compare and ask the question to yourself.
so are you going to keep worrying about the upfront price, one-time upfront price, or are you going to regret to stay stuck with a lifetime cost? 97% stay stuck and worry with the lifetime cost. The 3% take a leap. So, whom you're going to be? Ask yourself this. So that's what we would like to share with you. And if you ever determined, not just thinking, if you ever determined to walk the talk as a 3%, drop below, break free. Drop below, break free. We are here to show it to you our free 1 hour business masterclass, which is going to explain to you how the business has helped us. What is the business about? There's no fluff inside in that. It is completely a straight topic towards what is the business about, what does it involve, how it helped us, and how we are changed our life, and how it is going to help you, and how you can do the business, how we are going to train and help and mentor you all the way, and how much money that you're going to make, and what kind of investment is involved. Every single bit of the details we are given as an open book in the 1 hour free business masterclass. Drop below, break free, assign your 20 minutes strategy, one-to-one qualifying strategy call, because we are not for everyone. We are here for those who are ready for a change, not for the window shopping people, not for the curiosity people, who are ready to determine, who are really determined. If you are saying yourself that kind of committed person who is determined, drop below, break free. But before finishing this, I'm going to ask you this: what is your biggest takeaway from this? What is your biggest takeaway from this live session?
Yeah.
Drop below.
Even though we have given so much values, there are only like a few things which will resonate to you.
Because when I have seen this kind of live session before, when I started this business, before starting the business, I was so much pumped. It not only motivated. Motivation is nothing when compared to self-discipline. I don't rely on motivation. It's so much given the path towards me. Wow, this is me.
It's like
It's fired me.
It's like a lot of the things were straight to the heart. They like spoke for us. We watched many live sessions like this in the past, so it spoke straight to us, to the heart.
Exactly.
This is what I'm going through. Exactly, this is what I'm thinking. You are right. That's what we're talking to the in the live session to people who we watch
Yeah.
live, like you are watching us. So
So
whatever resonates to you, just put it in the
drop below.
comments. Yeah.
The reason, because we would like just end with this quote called as like 97% live for only for the weekend life and get distracted with all these cultural stuffs, and I'm not saying not to enjoy, but if you're going back to the same mundane Monday life, what is the point of celebrating the weekend? Right? Because more 97% celebrate the weekend to escape from the previous weekday life, and they go back to the same sort of weekday life saying this is what is reality. They blame as a victim, whereas a 3% make use of this weekend to create the life of what they desire. What the difference now? Without getting distracted. It's a journey, it is a process. So the quote is, the comfort zone is where the dreams go to die. Step out and start living as a 3%. If you feel this, drop below,
Break free.
break free. We are here to help, mentor, guide guide you, live your life to the fullest.
We succeed together.
We succeed together. Yeah.